Welcome to Metrc. Agenda. Introduction, who is Franwell? What is Metrc? How does Metrc work? Security and information, why RFID and how does it work? And integration with other software and training and support. Who is Franwell? 25 plus years of business experience, high flow and volume, supply chain processes and tracking, 30 plus years of experience in computer technologies, 15 plus years focused on auto identification technology, barcoding, RFID, etc. In-house, low and high level software design and engineering, digital hardware design and engineering, solution architecting, help and support. Franwell is the parent company of Metrc.
Okay, so Franwell has the contract to administer Metrc to the states and Metrc's focus. Now we see some numbers here. The numbers are not accurate because the last numbers we saw was over 30 billion transacted. But we can see what they're looking at. Metrc is focused on the industry users enrolled, the number of state users, the number of patients going through the system, the number of licensees registered, number of plants, commissions, and packages tracked, looking at the number of travel manifests processed through the system, and of course, total dollars transacted through the system. What is Metrc?
Scope. Metrc is a compliance management solution used by regulatory bodies for the oversight of the marijuana industry. Metrc is a cloud-hosted online software reporting system used by licensed marijuana businesses to manage and report supply chain activities as required by state rules. Different system, different applications. There's three: regulatory, MRP, and ERP. Regulatory tracking is compliance with rules, regulations, and statutes used to monitor and track compliance and product for public safety. MRP stands for Materials Resource Planning, business management software used for production planning, scheduling, and inventory control. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, business management software used for the integrated management of core business processes, production, inventory, shipping, and finance.
So 3 modules: regulatory, MRP, and ERP. What makes up Metrc? The system consists of a web application, web services, a mobile application for site inspection, and a mobile application for industry use. So we have the input devices gathering information here, and as the information flows up through the system, it eventually ends up in the database, which is in the cloud, comes out in reporting, and those reports eventually end up in regulation for the industry. So it's most important that we are inputting good information here, so as it flows through the system, it results in excellent and good regulations coming out for the industry that's going to benefit workers and the clients and customers.
How Metrc is built: private dedicated hardware, secure online access, real-time with data backup and failover. In the illustration, it's the Massachusetts marijuana industry. And then in the foundation, in the basement of the building, is the Cannabis Control Commission, the CCC, the cloud-hosted software, and then Metrc.
So we need a strong foundation, which we have here, which is going to result in a strong industry here. How does Metrc work? Metrc is organized in 2 seconds. You have the regulatory, again, and the cultivating or the industry. So government and industry. 2 seconds, again, gathering information on the regulatory side, from the cultivating side, from start to finish, all the way through the plant process, and all the way out the door, eventually ended up in the cells. It's all the information is gathered, and again, resulting in regulations for the industry.
Set up personal profile. After you receive your license, you'll get your first time credentialing welcome to Metrc email. Follow the steps to complete your login credentials. Click on the first link. You'll be directed to the website. Set up a user profile.
So with the system administrator, when they first receive Metrc, they're going to set it up, setting up the profile, and they're also going to set up the business profile. They're going to again receive their credentials, add facilities, and for each facility, they're going to add the employees, the strings, the number of items, and the locations of the items, and they're going to assign permissions that each section can do within the system.
Set up product profile. There's categories and there's items. Under the categories, there's buds, concentrate, concentrate each, immature plants, infused edible, infused non-edible, keef, shake trim by strain, seeds, and waste. Under the items there's item names are used to identify what type of item is packed into a package. There's category, type of product, quantity, unit of measure, used for traceability and recalls if necessary.
Tags and tracking. Yes, we're tagging and tracking within Metrc.
Tagged inventory in Metrc. There are two types of tagged inventory in Metrc, plants and packages. Again, plants and packages. Plants are immature, vegetative, or flowering. All plants must enter the system through immature plant batches. However, immature plants will be entered as untagged planting groups in Metrc. Again, it'll be entered as untagged planting groups in Metrc. Packages are created from immature plants, harvest batches, or other packages.
Chain of custody. Just when it's going through the system, the plants, they're assigned a plant ID. And again, each phase is captured from the immature to vegetating and flowering, all the way through the harvest to packaging and transfer, reception, and out the door. Again, each phase is captured within Metrc. We have some examples of the tags used. That's a facility name, the license number, identifier, order information, identification number, and the Metrc seal. There's two types, one for plants and another one for packaging. They're peel and stick with it, ease of backing. Package tag is used for transferring packages and tracking a finished product for each licensee in the chain of custody. The package tag is perforated with the package ID number printed on the upper and lower sections. Here are some examples of the tags in use. See, the tags, they're attached to the large plants here, but in the small plant, you don't want to attach the tag to the plant. You want to put that in the medium, but you don't want the tag to slip down into the medium where it becomes unusable. Attach the small plants, again, you don't really want to attach it to the plant, again, into the medium where it doesn't really slide down into the medium. Plant tag strap user instructions. Yeah, there's some instructions for how to use a tag. They're multi-use straps. When assembling the tag to a strap, move the tag up until the notch catches the label through the hole so the label will not, again, you don't want to slide down into the media. When hanging the tag, release one end of the label when tying the strap around the plant very carefully.
Metrc plants.
Plant tracking. Each phase of the plant life is captured within Metrc. Each plant location captured, who's working the plant. Here we see in this illustration, Scott is doing all the work here, and the ability to destroy plants. Each plant is uniquely serialized, again, and the complete history is captured within Metrc. Everything Scott is doing is captured within Metrc.
Harvest steps. Harvest. Create harvest with associated plants. Weigh the plant in its entirety after being cut from root ball, stem, stalk, bud flower, fan leaves, trim leaves, etc. Waste can be multiple entries, but must be reported the day it is created. Again, waste must be reported the day it is created. Package, pack and tag product, buds, or shake trim. Transfer, must create transfer manifest to move product to testing lab, processors, wholesalers, etc. And finish when harvest batch is completely gone.
Those are the steps of harvesting, and harvest is tracked within Metrc. All details are captured within Metrc. Each harvest is captured and all associated plant data captured within Metrc. Packages.
Packages definition. Any amount of marijuana or infused product that may be sold, processed, or transferred must be placed into one or more containers, each having a unique tag created in Metrc. Any product intended for transfer must have a package tag. Metrc allows you to repack any package into a new package.
Package tracking. Again, all phases captured within Metrc. Each package is uniquely serialized, and all associated plant data captured within Metrc. Product manufacturing.
Packages and intermediate processes. For incoming packages used in an intermediate process, such as making concentrate, pull from existing packages and create a new package for the concentrate. The new package concentrate may then be partially used in an infused product, such as an infused edible or infused non-edible or another concentrate.
And here we have an example of the process, the edible, non-edible process. We have some trim, 4 packages of trim that's been assembled to make a production batch of oil. This oil, in turn, is going to be used to make 4 products. These 4 products are eventually going to end up in the hands of consumers. And we can all agree, as we see that each one has a tag administered to it and is flowed through the Metrc system, that it's been tracked all the way through the system. So if a customer has an adverse effect after having purchased one of these products and partaking in it, that whole process can be tracked all the way back to the system. And we can also agree that if we aren't following regulations that we went through earlier, when we're producing this production batch, such as not using the proper EPA products, not following the sanitary conditions that were presented in the regulations, we would have an issue. Everybody agree with that? And also, we can agree that if somebody purchased a product under the age of 21, we would be able to track that right back to the facility where they purchased the product and so forth and so on. Correct? All right. So again, we want to make sure that we're following proper procedures in production, as well as proper procedures when we're allowing people on the premises. And that goes for the store as well as in the production facility. Transfers.
Transfers. A transfer must be created anytime a package moves from one physical location or licensed facility to another. A transfer can be rejected by package or completely. A rejected package will require the originating licensee receive the package back into their custody.
Transfer tracking. Again, each phase captured within Metrc. Transfer manifest is created, moved, and monitored by the system, and detailed transfer manifest and history captured. Lab test results captured within Metrc, and then test results tracking, customize those test results with notes captured within Metrc.
Sales. Recording of sales in Metrc is for reporting last event and chain of custody. Quantity, unit of measure, total dollars of the sale. There is sales data input functionality currently with the point of sale, the POS companies. POS companies will provide more details, comma separated value CSV file upload.
Sales reporting captured within Metrc, and you're able to disseminate reports such as sales, cultivation, transfer reports, packages, and reports are able to be exported in, in the customary fashions, MS Word, Excel, so forth and so on. RFID, what and why? Again, RFID, what and why? For speed, accuracy, and precision. What is RFID? It is radio frequency identification. It's a technology that identifies objects using low power radio frequency technology. RFID solutions consist of three components. You have the hardware, which is the reader and antenna, the RFID tag, and the software. And how does passive RFID works? The reader is going to capture the information from the tag, and that information flows up through the system. And again, in our example, it's going to end up in the host computer, which is going to be eventually end up in the cloud.
Why RFID? Read range 10 plus feet. Line of sight is not required. Speed 8 to 10 times faster than barcode. Improved accuracy, faster compliance, and search and find feature.
Very efficient system. Integration. Use caution and seek clarity. Metrc does not outsource, partner, or validate, they say, but yes, it does now. These are somewhat dated. If you're using a third-party system to gather information, eventually that has to integrate with Metrc. And then that is, this flows up through the system. And remember, the state does not look at other systems, only the system the state procured within Metrc.
Application programming interface. The API supports data transfer from and to vendor applications to Metrc. The API supports data transfer from and to agency applications to Metrc as well.
Support resources. It's again, we went to the website, visited that. So there's YouTube videos. You can contact them via email or their 800 number.
Or even that robot.
Any questions with Metrc?